Welcome in tonight. It started as a dangerous pursuit in Sterling. It ended with a truck crashing into a home.
Yeah, so you can see two men seen running as federal officers chase after them. Fox 5's Regina Ureta in Loudoun County with what neighbors are saying. Regina?
Yeah, well, guys, many neighbors are worried that this could happen again and that federal officers could return to this community. Tonight, we have video showing the moments of that attempted traffic stop turning into a dangerous pursuit. Take a look. The video shows a white truck racing through a townhome parking lot with the passenger door hanging open. A man jumps from the moving truck and takes off on foot as the pickup slides down an embankment and crashes into a home. Another man is seen running across the grass as federal agents chase after them. You can hear officers shouting, "Let me see your hands." Now, according to Loudoun County Fire and Rescue, crews responded to a crash involving a resident on Sherwood Court in Sterling. It's still unclear whether anyone was taken into hospital. We also don't know the identities of the men or why the traffic stop was initiated. Neighbors believe the officers were with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. We spoke off camera with a homeowner whose property was damaged. She says she and her children were asleep when the crash jolted them awake. Well, she says the damage to her property was minor. She's far more upset that ICE operations could be happening in her neighborhood. It's a concern echoed by other residents we spoke with tonight.
Nervous, scary, because sometimes we want to go shopping or out. We no can go to the vacation or anywhere because we're scary for everything, for me, for my family, for my kids, and I'm scared for everybody.
And the woman you just heard from asked us not to show her face on camera. Like many neighbors here, they want to protect their privacy out of fear that federal officers could return to the community. We also reached out to ICE to talk about this incident, but we have not heard back just yet. Back to you.
Thank you, Regina. In Montgomery County, a water rescue unit was called in to help with an ICE arrest along the Clara Barton Parkway. Happened this morning near Lock 10 in Potomac River. And Park Police say that they were working with ICE on a commercial vehicle enforcement stop when 3 people inside that vehicle got out. 2 were arrested, 1 still on the run. Boat crews were eventually called in to see if the alleged suspect went into the water.
The driver charged in that deadly I-95 bus crash in Stafford County could be out of jail soon. Jing Dong was granted bond today on 3 of 5 involuntary manslaughter charges stemming from the crash back in May. Dong allegedly failed to slow down for a work zone and slammed into several vehicles, killing 5, injuring dozens more. He has another bond hearing on Friday. Today's $25,000 bond includes conditions for the New Yorker, including finding a place to live in Virginia.
Okay, well, after a very active Tuesday, we woke up to a Wednesday that seemed to calm down just quite a bit as we take a live look outside. 83 degrees and not too bad.
Calming down, heating up. Mike Thomas here with the first check of your forecast at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, calming down and feel a little better. If you step outside here this evening, you'll notice humidity lower. It's not completely gone yet, but it's certainly lower than it has been the better part of the last 24 hours here in Washington. We still managed 92 degrees here in D.C., 89 Dulles, BWI, Thurgood Marshall hit 88 this afternoon. Not too far from average. The average high 90 degrees, so we were a bit above it here in D.C. today. Fredericksburg, Virginia, beautiful Fredericksburg, where at the moment no raindrops. I mean, you might have seen just one go by there dripping off the camera, but you see a lot of wet roadways. Reason for that, we stayed dry here in D.C. Northwest zones did as well, but some toward the south did not today. And in fact, there's still more showers and storms out there at the moment. D.C.'s dry at 83, Dulles at 79, BWI, Thurgood Marshall 78 degrees, and there is that line of mostly just heavy rain showers that we have seen in southern portions of Charles County. One single lightning strike. By the way, I had folks ask about this yesterday. This is how many lightning strikes recorded within the last 15 minutes. If you see a number there, you just saw it go away, and that means that that lightning strike that we did read was more than 15 minutes ago. But down there in Charles County, working its way into northern St. Mary's and then across portions of Calvert County, they're getting another round. They had one during the 5 and 6 o'clock hours tonight. This one shouldn't be severe, but one more kind of rumble of thunder down that way as this cold front finally gets on the move. It barely moved today, kind of sat over D.C. all day, but on this side of it is where you want to be. drier air, comfortable air, and that's all moving down into D.C. In fact, look at the lows tonight. Hello, 50s. Been a little while, but that'll be cool and comfortable to kick things off on your Thursday morning. Frederick to 57, Martinsburg 55, Hagerstown 54. D.C., well, it's going to be really difficult even over the next couple of days for us to get down into the 50s, but some low to mid 60s should feel good here in town. 66 by 6 a.m. tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine. Highs just in the lower 80s and low humidity tomorrow. How long can we keep that type of weather going? We'll answer that question coming up in just a few minutes. Guys?
A murder suspect behind bars tonight after being on the run for nearly 6 years. Davon Gordon is accused of shooting and killing Andre Cox Jr. in October of 2020. Cox was killed in an apparent robbery, but the motive is still under investigation. Gordon is being extradited to Prince George's County to face the murder charges.
It got to a point that we thought that actually this day may not never come. So to actually be here sitting today and being able to actually witness it, God kept us around long enough to see this through. And today is a great day, you all. It's a great day, but the job is not done.
One accomplice, Taj Vandy, was charged with murder early on in the investigation. He is awaiting sentencing this fall.
A 17-year-old arrested after allegedly shooting a man and his nephew during a marketplace exchange. It happened outside E.L. Haynes Public Charter School yesterday. Police say that they were trying to sell a Louis Vuitton bag. The teen told police one of the buyers tried to grab the bag and after a fight pulled out a gun and started shooting. Damian Moorer is now charged. The teen suffered minor injuries and his uncle is still in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. A special education teacher with Fairfax County Public Schools accused of inappropriate contact with a student. 35-year-old Alicio Perez turned himself in today after the child abuse squad launched an investigation last month. Detectives allege the Cooper Middle School teacher made contact with the victim twice in May. Perez is now charged with 2 counts of simple assault. He's suspended without pay.
A man accused of stalking and trying to break into the home of a pregnant woman appeared in court today remotely. 20-year-old Adrian Walls is facing charges for first-degree burglary and indecent exposure. Police say he followed the victim around a Kohl's store at the Orchard Center Shopping Center on July 10th and went to her home. Walls has no criminal history, but the judge left him without bond tonight in Montgomery County.
It was mentioned in the courtroom that there have been other allegations related to this defendant. They're currently under investigation. I think because this case is getting attention from you today, that there could be other victims that come forward that may not have entirely realized what was going on.
Walls is set to go to trial on September 3rd.
Charles County detectives say that they have arrested 2 men who are accused of stealing more than 100 bronze vases from a cemetery.
The thefts happened in June and July. Josh Rosenthal's in Waldorf tonight with a reaction from a victim.
This is a place where many families hope to find peace. Instead, right now, they're dealing with something very different.
My first reaction, it's heartbreaking. Mainly, this brought up the whole, emotions of losing my dad again. We're supposed to go there and be able to sit there with, my dad, my grandparents. And now I go there and his headstone isn't complete. And it angers me.
That is Madison Shawwell. She has 6 family members buried at Trinity Memorial Gardens, including her dad, who passed away about a year ago. According to officials at the Charles County Sheriff's Office, more than 100 bronze memorial vases valued at more than $100,000 total were taken from this cemetery between June 8th and 21st and between July 4th and 6th. Investigators had a break in the case on July 8th when we're told detectives saw a van parked nearby during late-night hours and then found garbage cans filled with vases nearby. They'd ultimately arrest 2 suspects, 34-year-old David Downing and 25-year-old Trey Mason. Detectives believe that the vases stolen during that June stretch had been taken to a scrap metal recycling facility. They were recovered before being processed or melted down. The Sheriff's Office says Maryland law prohibits scrap metal dealers from purchasing or accepting cemetery bronze items, and they add that the investigation into the scrap dealer remains active.
This is something that's been occurring over a long period of time, not only here, but throughout the country. So it's shocking for a lot of people to hear that somebody would do this, but this is not an unusual phenomenon. I mean, this happens often.
Both suspects are being held without bond. We did reach out to the cemetery for comment, but didn't immediately hear back. Guys?
The Secret Service facing another major security test ahead of the rescheduled Correspondents' Dinner. Under intense scrutiny, the agency gave an update today saying it is ready to secure the event on Friday. It's been moved from the Washington Hilton to the Waldorf Astoria after a shooting and an alleged attempted assassination of President Trump back in April.
And don't forget, we protect former presidents as well. So it has nothing to do with party. It has to do with who we're charged to protect. But we're in constant communication with protectees, the staff, and we are discussing, global events, what's happening at the site.
In the April shooting, Cole Allen is due back in court next month.
Gun shops across Virginia once again selling assault-style weapons after a statewide court injunction took effect. The ruling blocks enforcement of Virginia's new ban on the sale of those firearms and magazines. As a legal challenge moves forward, state officials are asking the state Supreme Court to pause the injunction, arguing the law is constitutional and should still remain in effect during the appeals process. Montgomery County leaders taking a stand against data centers today. The county's Economic Development Committee unanimously backing an 18-month moratorium on permits for new data centers. The bill gives county leaders time to do more research and develop regulations. It'll go before the full council next Tuesday.
The reality is there are so many unanswered questions that we need to get this right.
It's a long enough period with the work that has been done, but there's more to do, and we need to do it in an organized way. And so there's a lot that needs to be worked on with the community, and this will allow the time and space to do that.
A new staff report analyzing the effects of data centers on the community is also coming out soon.
Still to come.